COVID is very real, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, do not be out here thinking that it's not real whatsoever. And I will say, I'm going to caution this to black folks. I've seen some of you in these nightclubs online. None of you are wearing masks. Do you realize they have a new, stronger variant of COVID now that's more contagious, even right here in the United States? Okay. And you think you're immune. And if like I said, that sickens me to the core to see some of you doing that silly crap. But in this video, you have this brother that is very upset. And we know who the leaders are of not wearing the mask. That's for sure. They made it a political movement. Usually it's attached to these MAGA terrorists, these Trump terrorists. But the brother saw them in there, not wearing the mask, and he got pissed off, and rightfully so. Let's roll that clip.
I got kids in there too. Why you ain't got no mask?
Thanks, baby.
My people dying. I'm tired of y'all folks. White trash motherfuckers. Get my ass. Say something. I'll be here with the cop in here.
That part. And I do feel you, sir, because there's a lot of people dying.
Y'all don't shit.
Tell them.
This brother have every reason to be upset. Trust me, because there's a lot of people in the community that are dying of that. There are people, then a lot of people's families have had COVID and really dealt with that issue and situation. And it's hard, because you don't know if that family member may make it or not with the situation. Some people, it's mild on them. It's no big deal. Some people feel like they was at death's door, and then some people didn't come back at all. And that's why this brother's upset. More and more people is going to start reacting like that brother is reacting in this video, because you got close to 400,000 people have died of COVID, and they still walking around here with no mask. Now, what's going to have to happen is, and I'm pretty sure probably Biden, I hope he would do it, come down with a very, very strict mask requirement, especially for a lot of businesses at the federal level. Okay. Just like they tell you no shirt, no shoes, no service. Well, I've seen one business do this so far. It said no mask, no service. That's how it has to be. Now they're talking about freedom. Carry your free self to your house. You don't have to wear no mask at your house. But when it comes to other people, as of right now, we are in a pandemic, and folks are getting sick and tired of you walking around here like there's nothing going on. And you are what I would call the COVID carriers. Anytime I don't see you with a mask, I just say, oh, that's one of those COVID carriers over there. Because what would stop you from getting anything? And of course, you got a lot of silly black folk that follow everything, that their, Mzungu mommy and daddy do. And they're going to repeat what their Mzungu mom and daddy say, in which I shake my head at them. I say, there's some black folks that's going to go down with the ship, and we just got to just let those black folks go, unfortunately. But wear your mask, ladies and gentlemen. If you know any nurses or doctors, why don't you have talked to them, those who worked in COVID units? Why don't you talk to them and ask them about masks, ask them about COVID itself if you have the opportunity, okay? I did that. I had a long conversation not too long ago with my sister-in-law. She works in a COVID unit, and she told me every scenario of it, from people that was healthy, that had no health problems at all, and it took them out. People that didn't have no conditions, and then after that, one lady, she said, had COPD after having COVID. Understand? Some people have organ failure with COVID. I mean, this is nothing to play with, people. This is nothing to play with at all. And so when you see those kind of people that you saw in this video, yeah, it pisses you off because they just trying to spread crap. If you want to have COVID at your house, keep it over there, but other people don't want this mess. This government has failed America. Failed. Trump failed. He is a failure. On top of the terrorist attack, he's a freaking failure. Look how many people is dead. That's underneath his watch. He is the worst president ever. He's the worst. I've seen a lot of them. Like, he didn't top them all. He's the worst. And So people, wear your mask, wear your mask, wear your mask. My God, wear it. It's about trying to save your life here. And if you don't care about your life, at least wear it enough to care about others. How about that? Stop being so freaking selfish. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with this brother going in on this, I say COVID carrier, because that's what they are. Not wearing no mask out here. Like this, usually that's usually a sign of that those MAGA terrorist crowds. That's usually what it is. But if you was in that situation, let me know how you respond.